Yo, hey guys, poppin', Jacques Slade here. And usually I start this video with an unboxing just because I want to show you some of the stuff that came in. But this week, there's way too many sneakers to do an unboxing. I mean, there are tons and tons of sneakers dropping this week. It's All-Star Week, which is basically the biggest sneaker week of the year. So just hold on to your hats if that's a thing that people still say, but just there's a lot of stuff. Let's start with the stuff that's dropping on Monday. This is the Nike Mercurial Vapor 16 Elite Vinny Jr. PE. This is the Sunset Pulse colorway, and those are gonna cost you 280 bucks. You know, it always amazed me how expensive cleats are. Like, you think golf shoes are expensive? Cleats are hella expensive. Moving on to the Reebok side of things, I really love these. It's the Market Reebok Preseason 94 Low. These are dropping on Monday as well for 130 bucks. Kind of looks like an outdoor trail sort of shoe, but you got that Reebok vibe to it, so I'm all for those. Switching things up, we have the Reebok Pump Omnizone 2, which is for some reason not showing up on my screen. The Reebok Pump Omnizone 2 is dropping in metallic gold on Monday for 170 bucks if you want to grab those. Keeping with the gold theme, the Nike LeBron 23 Honor Society is dropping on Tuesday for 210. So unlike the past few LeBron 23 releases where the relationship between the colorway and the moment from LeBron's history was, let's just say, tenuous at best, this Honor Society pair is about gold and hardware, more specifically his most valuable player award. Now, technically, LeBron's first NBA MVP trophy was more of a bronze than gold, but we're gonna let that slide because we finally got a colorway that somewhat makes sense on the LeBron 23. All right, switching things up, we have the Nike Air Force One Low Quick Strike. This is gonna be in camo on Tuesday for 130 bucks. We have the Nike Air Max 95 Big Bubble in this beautiful, I mean, absolutely beautiful Baroque brown. This is gonna drop on Wednesday for 210. And Nike, I don't know if you did this on purpose or nobody over there checks the internet, but naming them Big Bubble Leather is kind of wild, but that's just me. Either way, love this colorway, 210 on Wednesday. For you Vomero fans, we have the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 swooshless pony. This is gonna be on Wednesday for 160. Okay, yes, it is swooshes in the sense that the big swoosh that was found on the upper is now gone. However, there are still swooshes to be found on the toe and the heel, so it's not entirely true that this pair is swooshless per se, but we get what you're trying to do there. We get it. Then we have the Nike Vomero Premium Fleur de Lis. I believe that's how you say that. This is drop on Wednesday for 245, and again, that price tag is woo crazy. Anyway, for the women, we have the Nike Dunk Low, now accepting flowers. This is dropping on Wednesday for 130s. And fella, look, you might be cutting it close if you're waiting for this pair to drop and then give as the Valentine's Day present. But unlike the other red Valentine's Day Nike sneakers dropping this year that are dripping in red hearts, this one is a little more versatile. So you'll probably be able to wear these more than just around Valentine's Day. For you New Balance heads, New Balance has two new performance basketball shoes on the way, and they are a little bit more retro inspired than their recent run of two-ways and Hezzies that players like Tyrese Maxey and Cooper Flagg have worn. Not much is known about the sneaker at the moment, except that it uses Fresh Foam X that we've seen on runners so far. So you have the New Balance P400 in black that's dropping on Wednesday for 130. You're also going to get it in this blue and white colorway. You get it in black and red. But this last one here is a little bit different. This is the P350, which is dropping in the black, white, and blues. And that one's gonna cost you $120 when it drops on Wednesday. New Balance is keeping things going with the 2010 in silver, beige, and red. This is gonna be on Wednesday for 160, but you can also get it in black and magenta for the same price, same day. The Nike Pegasus Premium is dropping in Barely Volt on Thursday for 220. Still one of my favorite silhouettes. Then we have the Air Jordan 1 High All-Star. This is on Thursday for 185. Now, along with the highly anticipated Air Jordan 6 Salesman, a cool gray Air Jordan 1 High with the All-Star reference will also be dropping this week. It's a cut above your typical Jordan 1 High with the perforations on the toe box coming in star shapes, gray suede overlays, and then you have metallic gold wings as well. And you also have a remixed Nike font on the tongue and packaging. So this is going to be a slightly different one for those that have a ton of Jordan 1s. This one's going to mix up your collection. For you Air Jordan 10 fans, we have the Hydrenias. This is dropping on Thursday for 205. And now the return of a popular segment from our weekly show, Hard Pass. Check out the new episode every Sunday on its own channel. I explain the names behind the colorways. Okay, so Hydrenias are popular, versatile, deciduous shrubs known for large clustered flowers in white, blue, pink, and purple, thriving in temperate climates. They prefer rich, consistently moist, well-draining soil and morning sun with afternoon shade. And now, you know. For you Air Jordan 40 fans, still one of my favorite silhouettes when it comes to Jordan Brand signature releases. So this is the Air Jordan 40 Infrared. This is going to be on Thursday for $205. While we've seen Air Jordan 40s like the 4016 or the 4023 that are directly inspired by a particular model, this infrared pair is more of an homage than an attempt to modernize the Air Jordan 6 Infrared by grafting it onto the Air Jordan 40. So still nice, and obviously kind of falls in line with the theme of this week. For you Jordan Tatum fans, we have the Jordan Tatum 4 All-Star dropping on Thursday for $140. Not bad colorway, very camo inspired, obviously. And then the Nike Zoom Huarache 2K4 All-Star. This is Thursday for $210. On the short list of greatest basketball shoes of all time, the Nike Zoom Huarache 2K4 is back for NBA All-Star Weekend. 22 years after the original debut during the 2004 edition, featuring the face of the sneaker at the time, the late Kobe Bryant. This retro will feature the same branding details as the 2005 pair, like the date of the game and the custom Nike Los Angeles logo. With so many players in the NBA and WNBA who revere the Black Mamba and wear his Protros, it'll be interesting to see if we start to see the Huaraches on the court as more retros arrive, which is something I'm really going to pay attention to. For you Air Force One fans, we have the Air Force One Low in Rose Gold. That's going to drop on Thursday for $115. Very nice colorway there. The Vomero Premium is dropping in Citron Pulse. This is going to drop on Thursday for $230. Then for you Adidas fans, Adidas will be making their presence felt during All-Star Weekend as they will be dropping a new colorway for each of their signature athletes that made the game, including Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, but unfortunately he's injured, and James Harden. Oh, Harden didn't make the team despite putting up great numbers. Weird. Maybe if he played for the Lakers and not... Never mind. Wait, he's in Cleveland now. But so, hey, what are they doing over there? Who knows? Anyway, we have the Anthony Edwards 2 All-Star dropping on Thursday for $130. Then we have the Adidas Daunt issue number 7 All-Star dropping on Thursday for $120. We have the Harden Volume 10 dropping for... the Harden Volume 10 is dropping for $160. And this is an All-Star color. It looks more like silver, sparkly glitter more than anything else. And then we have Dame Dollar with the Dame 10 All-Star dropping on Thursday for $90. Now, LaMelo Ball might be missing out on the All-Star game yet again, but Puma is doing big things for their signature star with a special pack based on the Fast and the Furious movie franchise. Each pair is based on an iconic car from when the series used to be just about cars and racing and occasionally stealing DVD players, although none of them appeared to be using the official branding, so who knows. So you have the Fast and Furious Puma MB-05 Supra. This is dropping on Thursday for $105. You also have the LaFrance R&R Dom Toretto. That's going to cost you $130 on Thursday. Then you have the MB-05 Suki dropping on Thursday for $135. And then you also have the LaFrance Skyline dropping on Thursday for $120 as well. The Super Bowl might be over, but February 13th is Nike Basketball's Super Bowl, which I was kind of explaining to you earlier, because every signature athlete on their NBA and WNBA roster is dropping glossy all-star themed and non-all-star themed kicks on this day. It's kind of wild, the variety we're getting on this single day, to the point where I'm kind of impressed if Nike thinks we've all got the disposable income to buy these sneakers right now. So the official sneakers are part of what's called a warning label collection, while the rest are GRs and Protros. So I'm going to make this really quick because there are a ton of sneakers here. First up, we have the Nike Kobe 3 Low Protro. This is going to be on Friday for $230. We also have the Nike LeBron 23 warning label. That's going to be $260 on Friday. We have the Nike Book 2 warning label. That's going to be $175. We have the Nike Giannis Freak 7 warning label. That's going to be $145. We have the Nike KD 18 warning label. That's going to be $185. We have the Nike Ja 3. That's going to be $135. We have the Nike Sabrina 3. That's going to be $170. We have the Nike A1 warning label. That's going to be $155. We have the Nike GT Cut 4. That's Victor. This is Victor Wembanyama's PE. That's going to be $230. Then we have the GT Future warning label. That's going to be $230 as well. Then we have the Nike Giannis Freak 7 Volt. That's going to be $215. Then we have the Nike KD 18 Stadium Green. Then we have the Ja 3 Cobalt Bliss. That's $135. Then we have the Sabrina 3 Statue of Liberty. That's $135. Then we have the Nike A1 in Hyper Pink. That's for $115. And then finally we have the Nike Kobe 6 Protro All-Star Hollywood 3D. That's on Friday for $190. A ton. I told you it was a lot. That's crazy. You will spend so much money if you buy all of them. Anyway, I'm just blown away. Anyway, moving on. Next up, we have Ja Morant with the Swarovski Nike Air Force One Low. This is going to drop on Friday for $225. So Ja Morant's signature shoe line is no stranger to teaming up with Swarovski, as both the Ja 1 and the Ja 2 have gotten the crystallized treatment. While we wait for the Nike Ja 3 Swarovski, this week we're getting the Air Force One Low with crystals on the swoosh and the heel, along with Ja's signature logo. I mean, with or without the Ja association, I feel like the shoe is going to be highly sought after. The details are crazy. They did a fantastic job on this one. So next up, we have the Nike Air Force One Low All-Star. This is on Friday for $160. Will you convince anybody that you're wearing an ultra-exclusive and ultra-expensive Virgil Abloh designed Louis Vuitton Air Force One when you put this on? Possibly, because most people will not even bother to stare at the embossed graphics on the upper and figure that those are Nike's creations and not LV's monogram print. If that matters to you, this might be the sneaker that you've been waiting for. For you Stranger Things fans, we have the Foamposite 1. This is going to be on Friday for $250. While the Nike Air Foamposite 1 was not a part of the Stranger Things universe proper, Nike making an upside-down Inspire pair is right within their wheelhouse. I mean, it's not like you could make the Dunk or the Tailwind with a full graphical upper and an upside-down 1 cent logo, so you get that. Anyway, it's also a throwback to the mid-2010s when foams with graphics were all of the rage. So, got those big things, big deal. Beautiful box. Central C has an Air Force One coming in, the Air Force One Low, I should say. That's going to be on Friday for $130. So British rapper Central C takes his talent to the Nike Air Force One Low with a color scheme and a patent leather finish that's reminiscent of collabs with Terror Squad and more recently with the guy Lil Yachty. And after last week's drop featuring the Adidas Evo SL, this week we're getting 2 more pairs inspired by the late Bob Marley and with Rastafarian culture sort of embedded in the design. So you have the Bob Marley Adidas Handball Special. This is going to be on Friday for $120. And then you have the SL72, which is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. You're going to get that one on Friday for $130. For you Atmos fans, they have the Gel Kayano 12.1 Raiden dropping on Friday for $180. Then you Angel Reese fans, we have the Reebok Angel Reese 1 dropping in Muted Mauve on Friday for $130. For you Jordan fans, this is the big one of the week. It's the Air Jordan 6 Infrared Salesman. This is dropping on Saturday for $215. Now, Jordan Brand is introducing this as a deep cut to the masses with this pair because it was a former Salesman sample from the year 1999. While it never made it past the sample phase, the sneaker was notable for its subtle changes to the amount of infrared that's on the tooling. So the pitch for this retro is that the shade of infrared is as close to the 1991 OG as they've ever gotten, and the shape and construction of the sneaker has been reworked to closely resemble what Michael Jordan wore in his playing days. So if that matters to you, then these should definitely be on your radar. Next up, we have the Air Jordan 6 Ben 23. This is on Saturday for $355. It's been widely reported that the ultra premium Air Jordan Ben 23 was scheduled to make their return in 2026, and now we're getting the first drop in the form of the Air Jordan 6 Ben 23 for $355 on the 14th. In this economy, crazy work, Jordan Brand. Crazy work. Hey, anyway, forgetting about the scene price point for a second, this pair will feature a leather upper and tongue with suede perforated panels, contrast stitching, better than your general release aglets that will hopefully withstand a feisty dog, and the staple of every Ben 23 drop, the wax stamp that's on the heel. As was the case with the previous Ben 23 releases, these will come with wooden shoe trees and a dust bag, and I am a sucker for the wooden shoe trees. So good. So good. And then finally, a one that kind of crept up on us is the Union Fragment Design Air Jordan 1 Urara Stitch. This is dropping on Saturday, also known as the Chicago Royal colorway. The Urara Stitch is in reference to a small area in Shibuya called Uru Harajuku, where smaller independent boutiques and restaurants thrive and in a way dictate culture on a global scale. That connection is what powers this collaboration between Union and Fragment Design as they combine the iconic Fragment Royal Air Jordan 1 with the Chicago Air Jordan 1 with the Stitch Frankenstein-esque creations that Chris Gibbs and Union have become famous for. According to reports, keep an eye out for the website unionjordanfragment.com as it appears the release will be exclusively there, at least for now. Maybe they'll hit sneakers at some point. I don't know. Anyway, I told you guys, it's a lot. That was a lot. That was a ton. So yeah, let me know down in the comments which pair you're going to pick up, if you're going to pick up a pair at all. That's an amazing amount of sneakers, and I don't know, you've got some choices to make this week, guys. Anyway, I'm Jacques Slade. As always, I appreciate you. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. Peace.